Hello, my dear learners. Welcome back to another exciting episode from English Mastery Hub. I'm so happy you are here with me today. Whether you are walking, relaxing at home, or just having a quiet moment to practice English. Today, we will talk about something that many English learners find difficult: translating everything in your head before you speak. Have you ever stopped in the middle of a sentence, trying to find the right English words while thinking in your own language? If yes, you are not alone. Many people do this, and it can make speaking slow and stressful. The good news is, you don't have to translate to speak English. Real fluency comes when you start thinking in English directly. Your brain can learn to connect ideas with English words naturally. That way, speaking becomes easier, faster, and more confident. In this episode, I will show you step by step how to stop translating in your head. We will practice simple techniques to help your brain think in English. You will learn how to understand English faster, speak more naturally, and feel confident every time you talk. So take a deep breath, relax, and get ready. Today is another important step on your journey to speaking English smoothly and confidently. Let's start and make your English practice simple, fun, and powerful. Many learners think translating is helpful, but it actually slows you down a lot. When you translate, your brain has to work 2 times. First, it thinks in your native language. Then, it changes the words into English. This takes extra time. Because of this, speaking becomes slow. You might pause in the middle of a sentence, looking for the right words. Sometimes you forget words or make mistakes. Translating also makes speaking feel awkward. You may know the word in English, but it comes late, so your sentence sounds strange. Most importantly, translating lowers your confidence. You may feel nervous or scared to speak because you are always checking your thoughts. Think about it like this. Imagine driving a car while looking only in the rearview mirror. You cannot see the road in front of you, and you will drive slowly and carefully. This is what translating feels like. You cannot move naturally in English because your brain is busy with 2 languages. Speaking English should feel like walking forward freely. Fluency is not about perfect grammar or knowing every word. Many students think, if my grammar is wrong, I cannot speak. This is not true. Fluency is about thinking in English first. It is about reacting naturally in English without stopping to translate. Your brain learns a new default language, and English becomes automatic. When you understand this, you will start practicing differently. You can try to speak in English even if you make mistakes. You can describe things around you in English. You can try to think in short sentences in English instead of translating. Listening is also important. When you hear English, your brain starts to recognize patterns and reacts naturally. Little by little, your brain will stop needing translation. Remember, every time you translate, you slow down. Every time you practice thinking in English, you speed up. It may feel strange at first, but it becomes easier with practice. Soon, you will speak more confidently, naturally, and quickly. Mistakes are normal. They are part of learning. Keep practicing every day, and your brain will slowly start using English as the default language. Then speaking will feel natural, just like your own language. The first step to stop translating is to start very small. You do not need long sentences or difficult words. Begin with one simple word at a time. Look around you and pick something easy. It can be an object, like cup, pen, or phone. It can also be an action, like eat, drink, or walk. Every time you see the object or do the action, say the word in English in your mind. Do not think of it in your own language first. For example, you pick up a cup of tea. Instead of thinking chai, think directly tea. Say it in your mind or even softly aloud. If you see water, think water. If you eat bread, think bread. Repeat this many times every day. Your brain will slowly start to connect the English word with the thing or action. You will not need to translate anymore. This is how your brain learns to think in English naturally. It may feel a little strange at first, but it becomes easier every day. You can do this with anything around you. Your phone, your bag, your shoes, or even your hands. You can also do this with actions. When you walk, think walk. When you open a door, think open door. Try to say it in English in your mind first. Small practice like this is very powerful. Over time, your brain will stop needing translation for simple words. The key is consistency. Practice this every day, many times a day. Do not worry about mistakes. Mistakes are normal, and they help your brain learn. Start with small, easy words and repeat them often. Slowly, you can add more words. Then you can make short sentences with these words. Step by step, your brain will become used to thinking in English automatically. Remember, fluency starts with small steps. One word at a time is enough at the beginning. Keep practicing, and your mind will learn to see objects and actions in English first, not your native language. This is the first important step to speaking naturally and confidently in English. Your English will improve day by day if you keep doing this simple practice. The second step to stop translating and start thinking in English is to describe your day in English. This is called inner monologue practice. You talk to yourself in English about what you are doing every moment. It can be very simple. You do not need long sentences or perfect grammar. The goal is to connect your thoughts directly with English. For example, if you are making tea, say in your mind, I am making tea. When you open a door, say, I will open the door. When you sit on a chair, say, I am sitting on the chair. These are very simple sentences. You do not need to worry if they are not perfect. The important part is that your brain starts to think in English while you act. At first, it may feel strange or even silly to talk to yourself. You may feel shy. That is normal. Nobody is judging you. You are practicing for yourself. The more you do this, the more natural it will feel. After a few days, you will notice that your brain begins to react in English automatically. You do not stop to translate. Your mind connects actions with English words. You can do this all day. While walking, describe your actions. I am walking to the kitchen. While cooking, say, I am cutting the vegetables. I am boiling water. When you brush your teeth, think, I am brushing my teeth. I am washing my face. Every small action can become a practice moment. You can also describe what you see around you. Look at a chair and say, this is a chair. Look at a book and say, this is a book. Look at the window and say, I am looking out the window. These short sentences are very helpful. They train your brain to connect English words directly with objects and actions. This practice improves your speaking automatically. When you later try to speak with someone, your brain is already used to thinking in English. You will not feel the need to translate. You will know words and simple sentences naturally. Do not worry about mistakes. Mistakes are normal and part of learning. The goal is not perfect English, but understanding and connecting thoughts in English. Step by step, you can add more sentences and ideas. You can describe feelings. I am happy. I am tired. You can describe plans. I will go outside. I will drink water. Inner monologue practice is simple, but very powerful. If you do it every day, your brain will slowly start to think in English automatically. You will notice improvement in listening, speaking, and understanding. The more you practice, the faster you will speak naturally and confidently. Remember, consistency is the key. Even 5 minutes of describing your actions every day can make a big difference. Start small, stay consistent, and enjoy the process. Your English will improve step by step, and thinking in English will become natural. This practice builds fluency from the inside out. Keep talking to yourself in English, and soon it will feel normal and easy. The third step is to use simple sentences in English. Many learners try to translate long thoughts from their own language into English. This is very hard and slow. When your sentences are long, your brain needs more time to think. It can cause mistakes and make speaking difficult. Instead of translating long sentences, you can break your thoughts into small, simple sentences. For example, you may think, I want to go to the market to buy some vegetables because I am hungry. This is one long sentence. If you try to translate it directly, your brain will work slowly, and you may make mistakes. Instead, you can break it into small sentences. I go to the market. I buy vegetables. I am hungry. These sentences are short and easy. You can think of them directly in English, without translating. Using simple sentences helps your brain practice English naturally. Your mind does not stop in the middle to find words. You can speak smoothly. Small sentences are easier to remember and easier to say. They also help your brain connect words and ideas in English. You can practice this every day with your actions and thoughts. When you wake up, you can say, I get up. I wash my face. I eat breakfast. When you go outside, you can say, I walk. I see my friend. I say hello. Even short sentences about your feelings are helpful. I am happy. I am tired. I am hungry. As you practice simple sentences, your brain starts to understand English thinking. Later, you can combine small sentences naturally into longer sentences. You do not need to translate anymore. Your brain begins to organize words in English by itself. This is how fluency grows step by step. Remember, the goal is not perfect grammar or long sentences at first. The goal is to speak directly in English. Short sentences give your brain confidence. You can also try to describe your day using simple sentences in English. Every small sentence helps your brain practice English thinking. You can also read simple sentences and repeat them in your mind. Try to say them out loud. This will strengthen your ability to form sentences naturally. Over time, small sentences grow into longer ones. You will notice that you can speak more smoothly and confidently without translating. Keep practicing every day. Start with actions, objects, and feelings. Make short sentences and say them in English. Do not worry about mistakes. Mistakes help you learn. Step by step, your brain will form longer sentences naturally. Simple sentences are the key to thinking in English directly. Practice them daily, and your fluency will grow. Speaking English will become easier and faster, and you will feel more confident every day. The fourth step is to think in English, not in your own language. This is one of the most important steps to stop translating and speak naturally. Many learners make the mistake of always thinking in their native language first. Then they try to change it into English. This takes a lot of time and makes speaking difficult. Instead, we want to train the brain to think in English first. Before you speak or write, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, how do I say this in English without translating? This simple question helps your brain notice the difference. It reminds you to use English thinking instead of going back to your native language. At first, it may feel slow. That is normal. Your brain is learning a new habit. You can start this practice during your daily routine. Look at things around you and think their English words immediately. For example, you see a car. Don't think of the word in your language first. Think directly, car. You see a book? Think, book. You hear someone laughing? Think, he is laughing. You can do this for small things, actions, people, and feelings. Over time, your brain will connect objects, actions, and emotions directly with English words. Another way to practice is to describe what is happening around you in English. If your friend is drinking water, think or say, he is drinking water. If someone is walking, think, she is walking fast. If you are cooking, think, I am cutting vegetables. I am boiling water. You do not need long sentences at first. Short sentences are enough to train your brain. Every small sentence strengthens your English thinking habit. You can also do this with your inner thoughts. When you plan something in your mind, think in English. For example, if you want to eat, think, I want to eat. I will make tea. If you plan to go outside, think, I will go outside. I will walk. Even your feelings can be thought in English. I am happy. I am tired. I am excited. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. It is normal to feel strange at the beginning. You may sometimes slip back to your native language. Do not worry. Mistakes and slips are part of learning. Every time you catch yourself translating and switch to English thinking, you strengthen your brain's English habit. Consistency is very important. Practice thinking in English every day, in every small moment. When you wait for a bus, look around and name objects in English. When you walk, describe your actions in English. When you eat, think about the food in English. Small daily moments are perfect for training your brain. Over time, your brain will stop using your native language as a bridge. English will become your natural language for thought. You will start seeing objects, actions, and feelings in English first. You will start speaking faster because you no longer pause to translate. Your sentences will become more natural and confident. Thinking in English also helps with listening and understanding. When your brain is used to English thinking, listening to others becomes easier. You will recognize words and ideas faster. Your response will be quicker because your brain already thinks in English. Remember, the goal is not perfect grammar at first. The goal is direct thinking in English. Mistakes are normal, and they are a sign you are learning. Start small, notice your surroundings, describe actions, and express feelings in English in your mind. The more you do this, the faster your fluency grows. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you train it to think in English, the stronger it becomes. Start with one object, one action, one feeling at a time. Gradually, you can think about more complicated ideas in English. Step by step, your native language will stop being the default. English will become your natural language for thought, speaking, and understanding. Keep practicing every day. Name things, Describe actions, express thoughts, and feel your feelings in English. Over time, you will notice a big change. You will speak faster, more confidently, and more naturally. Thinking in English is the key to fluency. With patience, daily practice, and focus, your brain will slowly make English your default language. This is the step that connects all your practice together and helps you speak without translating. The fifth step is shadowing practice. Shadowing is a very powerful way to train your brain and mouth to work together in English. The main idea of shadowing is simple. You listen to English and you repeat it immediately. You do not translate in your head. You do not think in your own language. You just hear English and speak English at the same time. This helps your brain learn to react automatically. It also helps your mouth get used to English sounds, rhythm, and pronunciation. Start with very simple dialogues or short podcasts. For beginners, short and clear sentences are the best. You can also use English learning videos, audio lessons, or simple conversation recordings. Listen carefully to the speaker. Try to copy exactly what they say. Match their words, speed, and tone. At first, you may feel that it is difficult. You may not be able to say everything perfectly. That is normal. Shadowing is practice, not perfection. For example, if you hear, "I am walking to the park," say it immediately after the speaker. Don't pause or think. Don't try to translate it into your language. Just repeat, "I am walking to the park." Then continue to the next sentence. Keep following the speaker, word by word. You can do this several times until you feel more comfortable. Shadowing helps your brain recognize English patterns. It trains your ear to hear words and sentences in English naturally. Your brain starts to understand English faster. It also trains your mouth to produce English sounds correctly. When you practice regularly, speaking becomes easier and faster. You will not need to think about translating anymore because your brain reacts directly in English. Start with small practice sessions. Even 5 minutes of shadowing every day can make a big difference. Listen carefully and repeat exactly. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Over time, your speed, pronunciation, and confidence will improve. You can also increase the length of the dialogues gradually. Start with one sentence, then two, then a short conversation. You can practice shadowing in different ways. Listen and repeat aloud. You can also whisper if you are at home. If you feel more confident, try speaking loudly with expression, like the speaker. This makes the practice more effective. Focus on matching the rhythm and tone of native English speakers. It helps you sound more natural and fluent. Shadowing also improves listening skills. When you repeat what you hear, your brain trains to understand spoken English quickly. You will notice that you understand faster and more easily when listening to conversations, podcasts, or videos. Your brain and mouth start to work together automatically. Consistency is key. Practice every day. Even a few minutes is enough. Over time, your brain will not need translation anymore. English will start to feel natural. You will begin speaking smoothly and confidently. Shadowing helps you think in English, listen in English, and speak in English at the same time. Remember, the goal is not perfect pronunciation or grammar at first. The goal is to train your brain and mouth to work together in English. Start simple, repeat often, and practice every day. Your fluency will grow step by step. Your speaking will become faster, more natural, and more confident. Shadowing is a powerful tool that makes English thinking automatic. Keep practicing, And soon you will notice a big change in your speaking ability. You will feel more confident, natural, and fluent in English every day. Step 6 is to speak out loud every day. This is one of the most important steps to improve your English fluency. Many learners read, listen, or write in English, but they forget to speak. Speaking out loud trains your brain and your mouth to work together. It builds a strong connection between thinking in English and producing words. When you speak every day, your brain learns to think, and your mouth learns to say words at the same time. You can start very simply. Even if no one is listening, speak in English. You can describe what you are doing at that moment. For example, if you are cooking, say out loud, "I am cutting vegetables. I am boiling water. I am cooking rice." If you are walking, say, "I am walking. I am going to the park. I see many people." These short sentences help your brain connect English words with your actions naturally. Another way to practice is to narrate your day in English. In the morning, you can say, "I wake up. I brush my teeth. I eat breakfast." At school or work, you can describe what you see. "I see my friend. I open my bag. I take out my notebook." In the evening, you can talk about your feelings. "I am tired. I am happy. I am hungry." Speaking out loud in this way is very simple, but very effective. You can also repeat English phrases and sentences you have learned. For example, you can take a short English dialogue or a sentence from a book or video and repeat it aloud many times. Say it slowly at first, then gradually try to match natural speed. Repetition helps your brain remember words and sentences. It also makes speaking feel easier and more natural over time. Speaking out loud every day also increases your confidence. At first, it may feel strange or awkward to talk to yourself in English. You might feel shy or embarrassed. This is normal. Nobody is judging you, and the practice is for yourself. Every time you speak out loud, you train your mouth to form words correctly and your brain to think in English without translating. It is important to make this practice part of your daily routine. Even 5 to 10 minutes each day can help a lot. You can speak while walking, cooking, cleaning, or waiting. You do not need a partner. Talking to yourself is enough to improve your fluency. The more you speak, the easier it becomes. Over time, speaking in English will feel natural, like speaking your own language. You can also use simple exercises to practice speaking out loud. Describe objects in your room. Narrate actions you are doing. Repeat phrases from a video, or practice short conversations alone. Try to speak clearly and slowly at first, then gradually increase your speed. Your brain and mouth will learn to work together. Mistakes are normal. Do not worry if you say words incorrectly or make grammar mistakes. Every mistake is part of learning. Keep speaking and practicing daily. Your fluency will improve step by step. Small daily practice is better than long but irregular practice. Remember, the goal is to connect your brain and mouth in English. Daily speaking builds this connection and makes thinking in English easier. The more you practice, the faster your sentences will come. You will speak with more confidence, clarity, and natural rhythm. Speaking out loud is also helpful for listening and understanding. When you speak, your brain recognizes the sounds and patterns of English better. This helps you understand others faster and respond more easily. Speaking out loud trains both your speaking and listening skills together. Make speaking out loud a daily habit. Start with simple sentences and phrases. Narrate your actions. describe objects, and express feelings. Repeat sentences from videos or books. Practice for a few minutes every day and gradually increase your time. With consistent practice, speaking English will become automatic. You will think in English and speak naturally without translating. Daily speaking is the key to fluency. Your mouth will move easily, your brain will think in English, and your confidence will grow. The more you speak out loud every day, the faster your English will improve. Keep practicing, and step by step, speaking English will feel natural, easy, and enjoyable. Step 7 is to surround yourself with English. Immersion is one of the fastest ways to improve your English. The more you see, hear, and use English every day, the faster your brain will start thinking in English naturally. You do not need to study long hours. Small daily exposure is very powerful. Reading, listening, watching, and using apps can help you a lot. Start with simple English books. Children's books or beginner-level books are perfect. Read slowly and carefully. Try to understand the story without translating every word. Look at pictures and context to guess meanings. For example, if a book shows a cat jumping and the sentence says, "The cat jumps on the chair," you can understand it without translating. Your brain learns to connect English words with actions and objects directly. Watching English shows or videos is another good way. Start with short videos or cartoons. Listen carefully to how people speak. Pay attention to words, sentences, and how they pronounce words. Try to repeat some sentences after the speaker. This is similar to shadowing practice. The more you listen, the more your brain becomes familiar with English patterns and sounds. You do not need to understand every word at first. Just focus on understanding the general meaning and recognizing words you already know. Listening to English podcasts is also very helpful. You can listen while walking, cooking, or traveling. Choose beginner-level podcasts with slow and clear English. Try to hear and understand short sentences. Don't pause to translate every word. Focus on overall meaning. Over time, your brain will start processing English automatically. You will recognize phrases, vocabulary, and sentence structures naturally. Using apps for English learning can also help. Apps give you exercises for reading, listening, speaking, and vocabulary. They help you practice little by little every day. Regular exposure through apps trains your brain to think in English and connect words with ideas and actions. When you watch or read in English, try to avoid translating subtitles or words at first. This is very important. If you always translate, your brain will stay dependent on your native language. Instead, try to understand meaning from context. Look at pictures, actions, and situations. Guess meanings from what you see and hear. This helps your brain think in English naturally. Immersion does not mean you need to be perfect. You can start with a few minutes a day. Even 10 to 20 minutes is enough to make progress. Over time, you can increase your exposure. The more your brain hears and sees English, the more natural it becomes. Your mind will start recognizing English phrases, vocabulary, and patterns automatically. Try to make English part of your daily life. Read a short story in the morning. Listen to a podcast while walking. Watch a video in the evening. Use an English app before bed. Small, consistent exposure helps your brain feel comfortable with English. Your brain will stop translating and start thinking in English naturally. Even simple things like labeling objects at home in English help. Write table, chair, door, book, on sticky notes, and put them around your room. Every time you see them, read the word aloud. This gives constant exposure and strengthens your memory. Remember, immersion is about creating an English environment around you. Surround yourself with words, sounds, and sentences in English every day. Your brain will start understanding patterns, phrases, and vocabulary naturally. Over time, thinking in English will become automatic. You will feel more confident listening, speaking, reading, and writing. The key is consistency. Little by little every day, expose yourself to English. Avoid translating every word at first. Focus on understanding from context. The more you immerse yourself, the faster your fluency grows. Your brain will become used to English, and speaking will feel natural and effortless. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and enjoy the process. English will slowly become part of your daily life, and your fluency will improve step by step. Step 8 is to be patient and consistent. This is one of the most important steps in learning English. Many learners try hard to speak quickly and perfectly, but they forget that fluency takes time. Your brain is learning a completely new way to think and speak. It is rewiring itself. This does not happen overnight. You must give yourself time and keep practicing every day. Small steps every day lead to big results over time. At the beginning, speaking English may feel slow. You may need to pause to remember words. You may make mistakes in grammar, pronunciation, or sentence structure. This is completely normal. Every mistake is part of learning. Do not be afraid of mistakes. Each mistake helps your brain understand English better. The important thing is to keep speaking, listening, reading, and thinking in English every day. Celebrate every small achievement. For example, if you successfully said one sentence in English without translating, feel proud. If you understood a word in a video without checking your language, feel proud. Every small success is progress. Recognizing your progress will motivate you to continue practicing and learning. Even small daily habits, like speaking out loud for 5 minutes, thinking in English, or repeating words, build strong English skills over time. Consistency is the key to fluency. Practicing a little every day is much better than practicing a lot one day, and then stopping for a week. Daily practice trains your brain to think in English naturally. It strengthens the connection between your thoughts and your words. Every day you practice, your brain becomes stronger at forming sentences in English automatically. You will notice gradual improvement in listening, speaking, and understanding English. Patience is very important. Do not compare yourself with others or feel discouraged if someone speaks faster or better. Everyone learns at their own pace. Your brain needs time to create new neural pathways for English thinking. These pathways will allow you to speak automatically in English without translating. The process may feel slow at first, but every step matters. Every practice session is building your fluency. Remember the steps you have learned. Start small with single words. Describe your day in English. Use simple sentences. Think in English instead of translating.